Civil War soldiers. Let's find out a little bit more. Union soldiers were nicknamed Billy Yank. Yank was short for Yankee or Northerner. Confederate soldiers were nicknamed Johnny Reb or Rebel. So who fought? In the North, it was about 50% of white males, 400 women, at least that we know of, and about 40,000 children. In the South, 75% of white males fought. More Southern men had to fight to make up for their smaller population. Perhaps as many as 250 women and about 20,000 children. The typical soldier was a volunteer in their early 20s. And why did they fight? Well, you took a look at some of those recruitment posters, and you know that some of the biggest appeals were to patriotism, either overtly, for example, in the Union poster on the left saying, "Crush the rebellion, preserve our glorious Union," but also through using patriotic imagery. So we see the American eagle on the left and George Washington on the right. Southern posters also referred to protecting slavery. They all mentioned the bonuses or bounties that you could get. They also used persuasive things that basically told the young guys, hey, you can be a hero, have an adventure. We're looking for the best of the best. Patriotism was definitely number one. So for the Union, they were fighting for the Union goal of keeping the Union together. The Confederates for the Confederate goal of keeping slavery. These young men wanted to be a hero in a time when people didn't travel, didn't vacation. They wanted to have an adventure. And for poor kids, the pay. What was Army life like? Well, not fun. Typically, Union and Confederate soldiers were paid about $13 a month. But the Confederate States of America was often short of money, and many soldiers were never paid or their pay was always late. The Union wore blue, the Confederates wore gray, and boy, did they have a lot of gear to carry, about 50 pounds worth. Food? Not that great. Here are their daily rations. Smoked or salted meat, so think bacon, salt pork, things like that. Hardtack, flour, rice, or cornmeal for the Confederacy, coffee, sometimes tea, occasionally dried fruit, rarely fresh vegetables, and Confederates often ate peanuts. Poor nutrition often led to poor health. Hardtack was a hard flour and water biscuit. It was often stale and infested with weevils. It was hard as a rock, and it was made fun of by both sides. Later on, I'll play a song that pokes fun at hardtack. The daily routine, well, it involved a lot of drilling and practicing for all these important maneuvers, or actually marching to battle or fighting. What else did they do? Well, take a look at these pictures. How many different tasks can you pick out? They played baseball, wrestled, they played music, cards, dice. They had to mend their clothes and wash their clothes, cook their own food, and of course, reading and writing letters.